friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Veronica. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some of my experiences about my traveling to Europe. It could be your first visit, or maybe you have visited Europe in the past, a long time ago, and you would like to get an update or maybe some additional tips and tricks of how I travel and the things that you must know about traveling in 2025. I've been to Europe many times and I visited most of the European countries. What is the best country to go to in the wintertime, in the summertime, and what countries are my favorite? Please stay till the end so you can learn what my favorite places to visit are. Your support is extremely important to me, so please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave comments and questions below. Let's get started! I was really young, a teenager when I first went to Europe, and what impressed me the most was the culture, the food, the beauty, the atmosphere, the history, all the buildings, all the historic sites and sightseeing, and of course the people who were very friendly. They spoke so many different languages and you had so many wonderful experiences. Europe is such a small place, so you can travel from one country to another within a couple of hours, or within a few days you can actually visit 2 or 3 countries by taking the train, or if you're flying, it's a very short flight, so definitely take advantage of it. And each new country you visit will offer you new experiences, from the history and architecture to the food and culture. But for the most part, Europeans are so mixed and blended together that you don't have to worry about not speaking that language. So you can speak English anywhere you go in Europe. So my tip number 1 will be to travel light. Make sure you don't overpack. Don't bring heavy luggage, because in Europe it's very high security in airports. So you really don't have much time to transfer from one plane to another with heavy bags. And lots of European airlines would not take the big bags on the plane. So you would be only allowed smaller carry-ons or a backpack. And it has to be not only small, but also rather light. So definitely check the requirements and the restrictions on the airplanes and do not overpack. Europeans can be casual, but they are also very fashionable. So definitely pack a few nice outfits that you can wear out to dinners. And if you're a girl or a woman, it's nice to bring a couple of dresses with you. Most of the European airlines, if you're flying within Europe, will give you some restrictions on the weight. So you will have to purchase the carry-on bag that you bring on the plane with you, or you have to pay extra. Usually they only allow a small backpack or a purse that can fit under the seat in front of you. If you want to bring a carry-on or something on wheels, you will have to pay for that extra. While your long-haul flight from United States or Canada might not require you to pay for the carry-on, within Europe, if you're flying and not taking the train, then you will have to pay extra for the additional bag, or if you want to check the bag in. So just keep in mind that train is definitely an option. There is no restriction on how many bags you can bring on the train. But at the same time, if you're flying from Spain to London, for example, the train will take forever. So you don't want to consider train. The flight might be very inexpensive, from $50 to $150 a round trip, but you will be paying extra for that luggage. That brings me to the next thing about the dress code in Europe. I did tell you that it's good to bring dresses for women, but there is also a dress code if you go into any religious site. So make sure whatever clothes you're bringing, it covers your shoulders and your knees. Because if you're going to a church, you will have to bring something more conservative to wear, and maybe even a scarf to cover your head and shoulders. In Europe, the main currency is euros. You will not be able to use your US dollars as cash in the European countries. So maybe at the airport or prior to your trip, you can go to the bank and order some cash to take with you. This way the currency rate will be most favorable to you, and you will not have any additional fees that you'll be paying at the airport once you arrive to Europe. So it's best to bring cash, bring it in euros, and bring small change, because public bathrooms in Europe are mostly you have to pay for. So you will need a couple of euros here and there, or maybe even coins, to use public bathrooms. In Europe, you will have to use European adapters in order to charge your devices, your phones. I definitely advise people to bring adapters, or you can bring a converter as well in case you have hair dryers or any other tools that you're bringing with you that will require to have a conversion of the current. At the hotel, you might have the hair dryers and you don't have to worry about it, but just in case, keep that in mind. Now let's talk about personal hygiene items. If you're staying in the American style hotel like Marriott or Hilton, you will not have to worry about those personal hygiene items like shampoos and soap. But if you're staying in the local Airbnb type of hotel or a small boutique hotel, they will not have all of those necessities. So when you're packing for Europe, depending on where you're staying, you might have to bring something extra like the shampoos, the conditioners, the soap, and some other things. Plus, if you're going to go on a tour or sightseeing, a lot of times the public bathrooms will not have toilet paper or hand sanitizers in the bathroom. So it's good to get some of this and bring it with you while you're touring and you're going on the trip. If you've never been to Europe before and you're worried about how you're going to be online or get connected to the loved ones or just have some service on your phone, it's good to know that internet in Europe is very widely accessible. All the cafes, airports, and hotels, of course, will have internet for you. You can even get a SIM card at the airport to plug it into your phone. If you're going to use your phone for Google Maps, want to call somebody, you will need a SIM card in your phone or eSIM card. There are a lot of places in Europe, especially in the summertime, that are full of tourists. So scams will be unavoidable. Whether somebody tries to scam you selling you something, or if there are a lot of pickpocketers in that area, you want to get something that is maybe hidden from view. You don't want to have your wallet in the open, your money or your phone. You want to lock it up. You want to make sure that the purse or the bag you're carrying, nobody can easily get into it. So look into those anti-theft products. I have a bunch of them myself. I'm going to leave a link to a video for you where to hide different valuables on the plane or if you're touring European country. So check the link in the description below. You might find some interesting things there that will be very useful for you on your trip. Now let's talk about travel and medical insurance and whether or not you need it. Some countries will require you to purchase medical insurance when entering the country. And the reason for it is a lot of European countries do not charge the locals or people who live there for any medical services. So a person can go to the hospital or the clinic and get free medical help, while the tourists or visitors will have to pay extra or will have to pay a lot. So in that case, if you don't have any medical insurance, you're in trouble, and they really don't know how to reimburse themselves for services, so they require or make you pay for medical insurance up front. There are a lot of different providers that offer travel insurance with medical coverage, because if something happens, it's good to have the coverage for yourself and your family. And the other thing, of course, you should always bring medications for yourself and for your traveling companions, because even if you just have fever or runny nose, you just need something very basic for upset stomach, it's good to have something on you, because if you're going to go to the pharmacy, it will be a little bit hard to explain what you're looking for, because they might not have the same equivalent in the pharmacy as the ones that you purchased in the United States. So if you don't have your own medication, of course you can purchase it in the foreign country, but it's good to have your own. Anytime I travel internationally or to Europe, I bring my water bottle with Brita filter. It's good to have something like this, just because you don't know if the tap water is safe to drink. A lot of countries, even in Europe, have very safe water. You can drink it out of the tap, and they would even tell you, yes, you can drink our water, but in case you can't, you should bring the filter water with you. Or if you're going for dinner at the restaurant, you can always order Coca-Cola in a bottle or mineral water. And that brings me to the next point of trying the local food and cuisine. Every country in Europe has their specialty cuisine and the foods, and you should definitely try it. So go to those restaurants, to the cafes, try the croissants, the coffee, the sandwiches, and the specialties, maybe the pastas and seafood. So you should definitely try it. But if you saw McDonald's or some other fast food places that you recognize, you can try those as well, and you might be surprised, because European McDonald's or the chain restaurant that you're used to in America will not be the same. The menu will be slightly different, it's going to be a lot cleaner, and actually food will taste better as well. So you can definitely try it just for fun and compare. One more thing I would like to bring up about Europe is its culture. So there are definitely some traditions, some siestas in some places. So if you're going touring and sightseeing and places are closed, you should look that up in advance, because a lot of stores either open extremely late and they're open till midnight or much later. You might not be used to it if you live in the United States or Canada, but in Europe, a lot of places close for lunch break. Europeans are extremely friendly, but they might not be smiling as much as the Americans do. And that's a cultural thing specifically for Americans, to smile all the time, to laugh and be maybe loud. In Europe, it's not like that. People will smile, but for the most part, they will just be polite. I myself came from Eastern Europe, so when I was growing up, when I was younger, I could always tell that this is an American, and not just the accent, but also their behavior. So there are some cultural differences, and you will notice that people might not be smiling at you when they're saying hello. So don't be offended. They're not trying to be rude. It's just their culture. And now I'm going to tell you about my favorite places that I went to in the past in Europe. If you're going in the winter time, of course, it's great to see the Christmas markets. That would be Germany and Austria. In the summertime, if you want to go swimming in the Mediterranean, if you would like to try some seafood and just enjoy the sun, Italy and Greece would be perfect, because there are beautiful islands, there are beautiful beaches, and of course there's tons of culture and architecture and history that you can learn about. And the food is absolutely delicious. To be honest with you, any country I visited in Europe offered so much experience, history, architecture, cuisine, so there is really no bad choices. So whatever place you decided to go to, you will definitely enjoy it. And when you're planning your trip, try to visit a couple of places, because it's so super easy. You can just take the train and go to the next door neighbor, or you can fly to another place very inexpensively. If you spend 2 to 3 days at each location, you will be able to cover the city, you will be able to do all of your sightseeing, the tours, the food, and go to the next one. So within a matter of 1 week or week and a half, you can easily visit 3, 4, or 5 countries. So you should definitely do it next time you're planning your trip. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I hope you enjoyed it. So please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, click on the notification button, leave comments and notes below, and I will see you soon.